This is my variation on the Bush Buddy paint can camp stove. Get you a paint can from Lowe's, quart size, and most guys throw the lid away, but we're going to keep the lid because it plays an important part in this stove. You take your cutoff disc with your Dremel tool and cut a coupon out. We're going to make this into a collar. Then you can take your drum sander and smooth those edges. If you have an oscillating sander in your woodworking shop, that works real well too. This lid, when we're done, is going to look like this. We've basically made a collar out of it that's going to hold our corn can that we got from the grocery store. It's a Green Giant corn can. It measures 3 1/8 by 3 3/8, and you can see I've already got holes in it for ventilation for the bottom, and then holes around the top to suck the fire back in. And I used a step-up drill bit to make those holes with. I've made 2 of these cans. One has got more holes in it around the bottom, and I'm going to test them and see which one works the best. And whichever works the best, that's what I'm going to go with. But it will fit inside this collar. If it's not quite tight enough, you can take your flathead screwdriver and open that flange up just a little bit, and it slides in there nice and tight. Now, I'm not going to use a grate in these, but you can put a piece of hardware cloth for a grate in the bottom. Take our paint can. We're going to cut the bottom out of it. Before you cut the bottom out, though, go ahead and drill these holes. You start with a pilot hole, and then you use that same step-up drill bit to make those as big as you want. And I've got about 10 around there, about every inch. And that fits together like that. Then I've got a chicken can from Walmart, a little bit bigger than a tuna can. And I've cut a spot out so you can feed the fire with it. I've cut the coupon out here just like we did with the paint can lid. Our pot's going to set on top of that. And then I've got these holes here for the heat to come up and around. And it sets just like that. And we cut the bottom out of the can so that it can nest when you're ready to store it. And that is my variation on the Bush Buddy camp stove. A little bit different because we've made a collar to hold that can with, so that it holds everything nice and tight. Just tap it down. And I'll let you know which one of these 2 cans works the best. This is the can with the most holes in the bottom, around the bottom edge and on the bottom. The wood burns pretty quick because it's sucking a lot of air in the bottom, but you can see it's burning as it should for a double wall stove. Not doing too bad of a job. This is the one with the fewer number of holes in it at the bottom in the furnace can for ventilation. You can see it's stoking pretty good across the top. Air's coming out of all those top holes and feeding those flames right at the top of the wood. And the wood in this one, this furnace does not have holes on the bottom, just around the bottom edge on the interior furnace box. And the wood is burning a little slower. It burnt faster. It burned a lot faster in this one because it has holes on the bottom. The wood's burning nice and slow in this one. And looks like it's burning like it should. I believe this is the one that I'll use. See how that air's pushing right here on that corner? It looks pretty good. And when you put the stove top on it, the pot holder, it acts more like a chimney. You see it starts more of immediately the draw and the draft picks up. But you can see it's still pulling through those holes on the inside. It's still pulling that air through like it's supposed to on a double wall stove. So I think the interior furnace box that has the fewer holes, I just put every 2 inches around the bottom, so it's only got like 6 holes on it maybe, and no holes in the bottom here. It seems to be working the best. The wood is not burning quite as fast, and you get a nice steady flame coming up. You can see, or maybe you can't, see on that back side, see how that air's coming through those holes, and that's where it's burning at. So it's doing just like it's supposed to. So that's the one I'll use, and I'll just discard this one. That looks pretty good right there.